So hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for being here. We're gonna continue with the mini series of the Pinnacles Explain and the Child Wound number 3. As for today, we're gonna explain first the energy, the base energy of the Pinnacle number 3, and then we're gonna explain the energy of the Pinnacle number 3 as the first stage in life, which turns into a child wound number 3. Okay, so the Pinnacle number 3 has a relation with self-expression, communication, creativity, and during this pinnacle, life provides you with the opportunity to develop your artistic and creative abilities, and you will gain the ability to communicate and express yourself more easily and effectively, and may choose to do this through speaking, writing, performing, singing, creating, or designing, as it has to do a lot with the energy of the number 3, which is the joy for life, communication. If you know about astrology, the third house is Gemini, and number 3 is ruled by Mercury, so it has a lot to do with that kind of energy. So it doesn't matter how you do it, as any form of self-expression, it's favorable during this time. And the Pinnacle number 3, providing you with self-confidence, discipline, focus, and to avoid scatter your energies, and you can dedicate yourself to the job at hand with a high potential for happiness and success. As the number 3, it's also related with happiness and success, as in the tarot cards, and maybe if you hear or watch my other videos about animal numerology, it's related to a butterfly. So when we born under this energy of the Pinnacle number 3, and it turns into a child wound number 3, and as I told you before in my previous videos in the introduction explained of the Pinnacle study, it plays against us. So this child has to find the way of become loyal to his own self. So we have to become loyal to ourselves if we're born under this pinnacle or child one under 3. As we're explaining today, the negative side. Okay, so the child was prohibited to fulfill his own desires, and this child was basically manipulated to act upon others' desires based only on what the others expected from him. So his very own needs and wonders were neglected basically by mom and dad. Keep that in mind. This energy number 3 plays in the Pinnacle number 3, first stage in life for the child number 3. Both parents plays a significant role in this wound. So because this child was conceived with the plan already set on stone by them, by the parents, and the child was unconsciously pushed by both parents to fulfill that plan they had thought for him. So that way the child was conditioned unconsciously to a constant search of parental approval, developing the inner need to be heard and be seen and be considered, because basically this child felt invisible, like he was not important or did not exist or did not matter for them. If they were siblings, it was much obvious. Okay, so it was a home where the child wasn't hurt, and whatever he wanted to do was not important for the parents. Whatever he wanted to express or say, it was not permitted by all means. So it was all the opposite. This child was pushed to do things that he did not want to do or he did not like to do, and to be agreeable, to please others basically at all times. And yeah, it's basically, so this child was trained to serve others forgetting or putting aside his own needs and desires. This child was basically disempowered. Yeah, it was disempowered by both parents. Um, so, due to the lack of care and consideration towards the child from both parents, this child gonna become a natural explorer during his whole life. And this child must learn to empower himself and must learn to act upon his own desires and to fight for his own dreams. So the point here is that since this child was not empowered and he doesn't know how to empower himself to attain self-awareness nor self-consciousness of his own desires, and he doesn't know what he really wants or where he really wants to go, uh, it's gonna be a hard aspect in his life, feeling kind of like clueless and lack of direction. So he could be mistreated by one of both parents that have more control over the child. If it's a narcissistic house, because the number three has to play a lot with narcissism in the house, um, it could be worse. So this child needs to, or basically, if you're born under this pinnacle number three, or if you know someone that has this child wound number three in the first stage in life, uh, he needs to find his own truth. Okay, listen to himself, to ditch out any external approval. That's extremely important. So don't look for approval. Don't ask if it's good for you to do it. Don't ask for advice. You need to be your own advisor, your own guru, your own guide. You can talk with someone that you feel really um, energetically bounded to, like a best friend or something like that. Uh, but don't ask for advice. You have to explore all the spectrums of the light and all the sides of the square, the coin, the the tree, whatever that you are looking for or want to get an answer for in your life. Okay, so learn to be congruent. You have to learn to become very congruent and direct, very direct, even blunt at a certain point, and avoid all type of procrastination. That's very, very important. And become extremely loyal to your own self and avoid forgetting yourself uh, and your own needs. So you have to put your own self and your own needs uh, before anybody else. This is a must, to put yourself first always. From the time you attain consciousness of this child wound number three and you start healing it, you have to put yourself first. And now, if you are a parent and you realize that this is your child wound, but you have children, of course you have to balance that, of course. Um, But if you are single and you are related to this child wound and all these aspects resonate with you, excuse me, resonate with you and the way you experience this first stage in life, that you could express yourself, you were not allowed to say what you wanted to do, Ah, very specific. You may experience during childhood and adolescence, even adulthood, sore throats, earaches, headaches, even chronic migraines. It's because this pinnacle, it's way, way, way rooted into yourself as a child wound, and communication and self-expression and this empowerment. And you have to start the path of self-discovery and self-empowerment and personal growth, finding your own truth and listen to your own self and ditch out any external approval. Okay? Don't look for approval. Avoid that. Forget it. Don't even try it. So maybe sessions of psychotherapy, and specifically for healing this wound with your own communication. You may feel trapped at sometimes when you want to say something and you cannot express yourself. You you're gonna feel the urge or the need to bite your tongue, so you don't dislike others, because this is rooted in the very subconscious mind, as you feel like you're trapped in your own self and in your mouth or your heart. You feel heart beating when you want to express yourself and you don't know how the words going to come out from your mouth because you don't know how to articulate. Like I said, this has to do a lot with communication. So the work here, it's inwards. The therapy only works inside out, never from outside. So you won't grasp anything if you just don't do the work inside yourself and do the practice. Okay. um, you have to put it in action. Self-books don't help for this. You have to act upon. So you have to believe in your own power, because the number 3 has a lot to do with success when you overcome this wound, and then your other pinnacles in life gonna guide you through your life. But communication, it's very important, and empowerment, of course. So find your own truth and heal yourself, and you're gonna be great, because you are already great inside. You just have to peel the layers to see what is your inner power in there. Okay, so all the best, and until the next time, the pinnacle number 4. Okay, bye bye.